I'm going to call on a good friend of ours who always has a smile on her face. Representative Lyle Gibbons, come on up.
And since I'm up here, the very first pronouncement I'm going to say, because I get to be speaker for all of 3 minutes, is first of all sessions from now on will be conducted during regular business hours, and we can debate for the next 5 hours what regular business hours are. Secondly, when I go like this, that means all debate is to be terminated and everybody is to vote. So. Okay. Will the clerk please call calendar number 101?
On page 34, calendar 101, substitute for House Bill number 5328, an act establishing a fine art secured lending license. Favorable report by the Committee on the Judiciary.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Representative Mimbas? I don't see her.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Speaker. It's certainly my honor to be able to comment on this amendment which turns into the underlying bill while having you there. And it's also very appropriate that we're establishing a fine art secured legislation when we have a fine, classy speaker on the pulpit there. I just wanted to rise in support of the amendment that is going to be the underlying bill. This is a very important piece of legislation for this particular piece of the industry because, again, they were regulated under the pawnbrokers, and we are talking about fine art. These are items that are $2,500 or more, and certainly I think that that's distinguishable, but at the same time, the legislation before us certainly mirrors and is very similar to all the rules and regulations that they needed to follow under the pawnbrokers. And I think this is a regulated industry that will be able to deter additional thefts and also allow for our municipalities, police officers to conduct proper investigation. So again, it does not weaken the rules and regulations that they were governed by, but in fact it just creates a new category for them so that they can be properly recognized as a fine arts dealer. So I do stand in support of this piece of legislation and ask that my colleagues do as well. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Representative. Will you remark further on the amendment before us? Will you remark further? If not, I will try your minds. All those in favor, please signify by saying yes. Say aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. The ayes have it and the amendment is adopted. Will you remark further? Representative Sharkey.
Representative, thank you, Madam Speaker. I was almost heartbroken that I wasn't going to have the opportunity to offer a few comments upon your retirement. You know, I know the minority leader has spoken very eloquently in the past and today about the nature of this place being a family. And I couldn't agree more, and I think one of the things that really makes the family work is the sense of goodness that we get from each other and that we draw from each other. And I think I can speak for all of us on this side of the aisle that that is perhaps your greatest signature from our standpoint. You have always demonstrated a grace and a friendliness as well as an intelligence about issues and about things that you feel strongly about, but you've done it in such a way as to make us all feel as though we are part of the conversation with you as opposed to being somehow an adversary. That's a unique quality that I think binds us all. It's one that you in particular have. It's a blessing, and it has been a blessing for us in this chamber to have you among us. So thank you for all of your service. Thank you for being part of this family, and I wish you all the best in your retirement.
Thank you, Representative Sharkey. I appreciate that. Representative Cafaro of the 142nd.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. You are beautiful.
Thank you.
As you can tell, and for those who have worked with Representative Gibbons, she doesn't suffer fools. She is somewhat impatient with fluff. It's get to the point, let's get out of here and let's go. And she's even demonstrated that as we're honoring her today. Lyle has been a dear friend of all of us, and mine especially. She has been so incredibly helpful during my tenure as leader of this caucus. All of us, I guess, could do a heck of a lot of other things in life, many some more important, and certainly Lyle is one of those people who could have done a whole host of different, probably more exciting things. But I think she'd be the first to tell you that she might not have been able to do something as rewarding. And what I've so admired about Lyle is that over 12 years, she has devoted herself, of course, to her district, certainly to this chamber, and in particular, the Human Services Committee, which was very near and dear to her heart. She has a huge, huge heart. Madam Speaker, you have graced us with your presence and your leadership. You have graced me and others with your friendship. I wish you all the best, and I'm going to miss you. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't think we've passed this bill yet or voted on it. Will the staff and guests please come to the well of the House? Will the members please take your seat and the machine will be open.
The House of Representatives is voting by roll call. Members to the chamber. The House taking a roll call vote. Members to the chamber, please. House Bill 5328 as amended by House A. Total number voting 140 is necessary for 73. Yea 144. Nay 0. Absent out voting 7.
The bill as amended is passed. This could be addictive standing up here, but luckily not too addictive. People have asked me over the years, what is it like to be in the legislature, and isn't it long and tedious, and what goes on, especially being a member of the minority party? Do I feel like I've made a difference? I have to say that I think every single one of us makes a difference here every day. I'm a bigger believer in democracy today than I was 12 years ago. I think that every one of us up here gets to sit on the front seat of democracy, and that's really an honor that we all should appreciate. And when I talk to high school students and to college students and try to tell them what happens and is our democracy workable, I have to say that, first of all, we don't take our enemies out in the courtyard and shoot them. We educate our women. We've got a writ of habeas corpus. We've got a trial by jury. And yes, democracy is circuitous, and some days we go forward and sometimes we go backwards. But I'm really honored to be part of this chamber. I think everybody is honored to be part of this chamber, and I thank you for the 12 years I've had here.
State Representative Lyle Gibbons, thank you for your wonderful years of service.